this is all the shit I got. Putting in a dash cam. I got the hardwire kit for that, so I don't have to worry about wiring that in. I would, however, like to relay this and have it fused. Yep. So I have fused relays here. Yep. So I got all those. I also am going to be putting in a hard wire for the wireless phone charger.
It's interesting looking.
It's got robot arms. You touch the capacitive thing and it goes, and then it, stupid shit. But hardwired.
Dude, I wouldn't call it too stupid. Kim's got one, this little motorized thing.
Yeah.
It's got like the sides on the bottom.
Yeah.
You put it in, it just goes nice.
I was thinking about putting this in the rear. That way for camping, you have power in the rear. LED strips, I wanted to do footwell lighting. The original plan was to run it off of the dimmer control for the dome light. That should say D. I don't know why it says Y. Dome light. So
yonder light.
The problem I found though is that you can't dim LEDs with regular filament bulb dimmable switches.
Yeah.
So I bought these, which are a PWM dimmer with a bypass. And the idea here is to set these up so that I can control the dimness via these in the glove box or something, or somewhere. And then the bypass switch will be hooked up to the door signal so that when the doors open, it gets bypassed and they go full brightness.
Okay, so that's the mean by bypass.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the bypass gives them full brightness, but normal conditions they're on the dimmer. And then I was also thinking I could put them on a switch. So have them.
So that'd be cool is if they had a voltage input that would control the dimming.
I know! I was looking for a way to get the dimmable signal from the dome light into an input on some sort of dimmable relay or something, and I couldn't find it.
Let me research that one.
I couldn't find it. All I could find were these. And these will do what I want, so I'm just going to use these. These ones, I got little LEDs here. I think these are different colors. I don't really remember. Oh, yeah. So there's blue, yellow, green, red, blah, blah, blah. These I'm going to drill little holes, switch panels. So what I'm going to do is I'll take one of these LEDs, I'll drill like a little hole in right there, and I'll hot glue it in there. That way it'll light the switches. But I gotta find where I can put it in where it's gonna light the switches and not shine out too bright. So I'm actually kind of thinking, instead of drilling a hole, of just mounting it on the surface under here to make the whole under part of this panel glow. That way you're getting the light out through the switches, but it's not glaring.
Yeah, nobody likes getting blasted in the eye, but straight in the eyeballs.
Yeah. So I'd like to do that with red. So here I've got my door control LEDs. These are exterior illumination LEDs. So I also have white. I've got red and white. These are pre-wired with a resistor in there for 12 volt. So I won't have to deal with figuring that out. I'd like to do white in the bottom edge of the door cards, drill little holes. That way when you open the doors, you got exterior ground illumination. And then do red for the controls and the footwell lighting, because all my other lights in there are already red. Yeah. Okay. So right now, the biggest question and the biggest things I'm trying to figure out are how do I relay these all in so that they are properly relayed and will do what I want them to do. The second question is the LEDs. I'm trying to figure out if I should wire them in parallel or in series, which I think series is what I've...
If they've got dropper resistors, you definitely want parallel.
Oh, parallel. Okay.
Because otherwise you'd be trying to drop 12 volts across one and 12 volts across the next one, and you only have 12 volts to deal with. So they'd only be getting like 6 volts. Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to have to run a power wire to this and then parallel them from this.
Which is nice because you just melt a little bit of the insulation off and just solder it and then just cover over top of it.
Yeah.
Do like multi-drop.
Okay, so I can do a
I wouldn't recommend doing it exactly like that.
Right, but that also makes it nice too, because then I can
off
make a plug here where I can unplug this and take the whole thing out, and I don't have to worry about removing the LEDs or whatever else. Yeah.
And if you still want to drive around without it.
And I did buy, not this, I did buy some wire. I gotta find it. I think it's this. Yeah. This stuff is nice. So I bought this. This has a power and a ground in it.
Nice.
So I'm gonna run this all the way to the switches, and then I'll run the LEDs off the switches.
LEDs draw so little power that you don't have to worry about voltage drop.
Yeah. So do they need relay? Do they need?
I mean, it depends on how many you're trying to run together.
So let's draw this out. Let's not squish things. Oh, God, the glare from that light is awful.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's sexy time. It's all about the angle of the dangle.
Can we see chillins? You know what?
Yeah, now you can see it.
I have this big, fancy tripod, and I could use my human brain and extend. You know what? I'm going to put the camera down so they can see how embarrassed I am at extending the legs of the tripod that I forgot I had, instead of sitting there on the stupid counter and trying to adjust it like a
it's a process. I mean,
doofus. Oh wait, no, I want them to watch. Oh, they can't see. Yeah, the crank. Yeah, are we good?
Whoa, no. Bad.
Whoa. Whoa, horsey. All right, good. So, number one, we've got our single pole, single throw relay, right? So we've got power coming here. We're gonna have a ground, right?
Yes. Ground.
Well, let's do a ground.
It's important to always stay grounded.
Yeah, you don't want to let your ego get too big.
No.
So it's going to be grounded, and it's also going to have an ignition power, right?
Yes.
So this will be from the battery, but not direct from the battery. This will be from the battery on, and then it will provide power to the LED circuit, right? And I forgot, this is a single pole, single throw with a 15 amp. Yeah?
This is for the LEDs.
Yeah.
I'd go 5 amps on that guy. 15.
Oh, no. Let's do the charging things then, because that's the 15 amp one. All right, so this is going to be ignition. This is going to be for my charging stuff. So I've got these two. This will be for my hardwired phone mount. This one with the 2 USBs will be for the rear passengers. These are going to go on either side of the center console, so the rear passengers can plug in. I decided not to go with these ones because these would lead to you having a charging cable like a seatbelt. So I'm going to go with those, and then we'll do this one as well, right?
In the back.
In the back. So all of those things are going to go on this circuit here. So that will then provide power in parallel to all these things, right?
Yep.
So we're going to have trunk 12 volt. Fuck it. Because it's the 12 volt one. I don't know. I got to differentiate it, but I don't want to say USB because the other one's the USB. So we got our phone, our trunk 12 volt, our rear USB, and what was the fourth one I was powering out of that?
I don't know. That's what I was asking. I thought there was only.
Was there only 3? Oh, because there's 4 access points, because there's 2 access points off of 1 powered point for this one. That's why. Okay, so we got our rear USBs. We got our phone, and we got our trunk 12 volt that are all powered off the same thing. Now, where do their grounds go? Can they be ground separately? Should they be ground together?
There's a lot of controversy you could stir up over that one.
Let's put a fork in it.
It's probably better to just ground them together.
Dude, volt drop is confusing.
Yeah. Like I said, that's why.
So don't give me like explain like I'm 5.
For what you're doing, it probably wouldn't matter.
Okay. So for our Can't turn that
It's
on
not
while
camera
it's...
friendly.
Yeah, I know. Okay, ultrasonic, you're a devil. For our intents and purposes,
It's probably
I do
not
have a
that
nice
big.
stereo system in there.
Yeah.
I do have a lot of sound deadening that I want to make use of. So if I run these and I ground them in their locations, am I going to run into a feedback loop or any interference?
The only time you run into feedback loops is for the device that could be affected by it. So if you take your amp and just run it to where, to ground it where it's sitting,
Oh, it is.
but then the signal that it's getting is all the way up from front at the head unit.
Oh, should I run a return all the way to the amp? Because the amp wiring kits never include a full return. Right?
It would be excessive to do it. So here's the thing too.
I'm going to erase all your lovely drawing.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. So if you were to run a return one, the issue is that's probably going to be a higher resistance than the thick steel chassis. Now, if you're an audiophile type, you're going to think, oh my god, steel versus copper. You're not even using oxygen-free steel. Sorry.
Hey, I did buy oxygen-free...
Little stab at audiophile stuff.
I did buy oxygen-free wiring for the battery relocation that I'm not going to do. So the power one will get 14 gauge straight to it.
Yeah.
And then ground, and that'll be okay.
Yeah.
On 15 amp. With then the trunk 12 volt is also 10 amped.
Yeah, it's got its own fuse.
Yeah, it's got its own fuse. The next one is going to be the LEDs.
Yes. This is the one that gets a little crazy.
Yeah, this one gets a little nutty. All right. So we've got power coming from the battery to a single pull, single throw, 5 amp.
Yes.
5.
Just because the wire you're using is a lot thinner
amp.
gauge.
Yeah.
So you want to.
We're using, what is this, 24 gauge?
Yes.
Yeah, 24 gauge wire is teeny tiny. But it has a power and a ground in there, which is really nice. So we're going to run that.
Mostly because you run into multiple locations.
So should I put a dimmer switch here? Or after they split the signals? I'm thinking after, that way they could be separately dimmed. The footwell and the...
You have enough to do that.
Yeah, I got 4.
Yeah, because then it also...
That,
it's not going to hurt.
Okay. So in that case...
way, and you're also putting less load on one single dimmer.
Yeah.
So, longevity.
So in that case, we've got our power coming out here.
Splits left, splits right.
And these are going to be our dimmers, PWM with bypass.
Pimwebs.
Say that again?
Pimweb.
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 We know, because you got to say the W in the first part too.
Pimweb.
So it's like
Pumweb.
Yes, pumweb.
Your pumwebs.
Right, your pumweb.
It's always important to have a pumweb.
Pimweb. So this one is going to be grounded. And this line is going to be off of ignition.
It's your ignition battery, or your iguana battery.
Yeah, iguana. Not guano, iguana.
Yes, the E is important.
For this, we're going to have a new relay, right? This will be our door controls. So we'll have the reverse relay off this. Well, let's do the reverse relay over here because we got more room. So let's just do the footwell lighting here. So the footwell lighting bypass switch will be off of the door control, right?
Maybe.
Because what I want it to happen is when the doors open, I want the bypass to activate and the footwell lighting to go full brightness. That way when the doors are open, like if you open the door to see something in the footwell.
Courtesy light.
Right, your courtesy light.
Yeah, so you want that
so
bypass.
Where would the signal come from? Just nowhere? It would just come from the...
Well, it would just come from like your dome.
The dome light?
Yeah.
Alright, so here we're going to put our dome power.
Keep it on the dome light.
And it will go into this, right?
It's bypass.
Yep, and this is our
full brightness
bypass. Does this need grounded? I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so this will also have a ground.
Yeah, because if I had to guess, I'm guessing this is your power input. Always read the directions before you power stuff up, otherwise you let the magic smoke out.
Yep. So, yeah, this is your power to the LEDs.
Yep.
And then it looks like your other ones are, you know, whatever else, blah, blah, blah. So, all right.
Doing stuff.
So this is grounded. That's good. Now, this is providing power to the 4 LEDs in the footwells. Oh, I forgot I have this one too. This was my test circuit. What an ugly ass test circuit. But this one's kind of cool because it's got a voltmeter in the middle. And this one's going to go inside my center console. It's red so you can see it down in there because it's dark. But it lights up and it has a voltmeter so I can keep track of my battery health too.
Hey, development work never looks pretty.
I know.
Sometimes the final product continues to look like a development product.
Cybertruck. Never got released. What?
So this will be our, let's do driver's side, passenger side, rear driver's side, rear passenger side.
So these will all ground back to the dimmer. The dimmer is grounded. The relay is grounded. And the dome bypass comes from the dome. Now this one gets tricky. Because this we need the reverse. What is it? Single pull, double throw.
Yep.
Okay.
So we gotta.
No, I got this. I want to do it. This is my diagram. Where's
my handwriting is not like reader friendly.
Consistency is key.
I am not gonna argue that point.
I wasn't. I was trying to be nice about your handwriting. Okay.
So single pull, double throw, right?
Yep.
Oh my god, now my handwriting.
There you go. It's infectious.
Right. And this is going to be off of ignition?
Not really. This one.
Oh, it'll be off of?
Yeah. So
Right.
Yeah. This gets power from
just that way it's not always powered.
This.
It's safer that way.
So I guess it's technically ignition?
I mean, I would not trying to be, too crazy, but my OCD is getting the best of me. Give me that marker.
Ah.
This is actually
right. Because that's supposed to go in between. Ah, no. You're good. No, that's not OCD. That's drawing it the right way.
Do you have any idea how much shit I'd get in the comment section if we drew it the wrong way? And you, as an electronic engineer, let it go?
Actually.
So here we have a single pull, double throw.
That's been it.
Off the single pull, double throw, we need a ground, right?
Yes.
This one.
So you can have another Pumwub.
Well, we still got to ground we still have to ground the.
I guess it wouldn't have been wrong. Just wouldn't have been accurate.
Yeah,
maybe good.
Nope, not good, not okay.
Because then we're gonna have lines crossing, and lines can't cross in electrical diagrams.
They do all the time.
Shh.
As long as they don't cross with a dot where you don't want them.
Right.
Crossing lines that you don't want with dots are bad.
So
here is our, for the third time, single pull,
iterative process.
Double.
Hey, this is just to show you don't ever get it right the first time. If you did something wrong.
Honestly, if you've watched this long, it's an hour long. So
You're a fucking genius.
No cuts.
No, I'm definitely gonna cut this. So these are grounded together.
Oh, jeez, you got grounds in between your powers?
This provides power for the bypass, yeah?
Yes.
And then this now provides power to, there we go. And then we need our signal from this, which is going to come from
instrument light, headlight, wherever's most convenient. It's a low current signal, so.
Is it going to come off the headlight indicator, or is it going to come off one of the dash lights that turns on with the automatic lights?
That's a design question. That's not North Carolina or CNC.
No contact.
Normally closed.
Normally closed. Nice. Okay. So this would be
Yes. Nightlife. When your nightlife turns on,
things get a little bit darker.
Yes. So this being normally closed means that when the nightlife turns on, so when the automatic headlights turn on, the dashboard lights or whatever else they turn on that we power this from, this will then send the bypass signal, which will then make all of these go nice and dark.
Well, so mostly correct. So when you activate the nightlife mode,
Yeah.
sends power to this relay. That relay opens because it was already closed. So
When it turns off the bypass.
So it turns off the bypass.
Ah, okay. So the bypass runs at a condition of normally on.
And that's when Barry White.
Full brightness all day.
Yep.
Every day.
Bypassing 90% of the time.
Yep. And then
unless
when
you drive in mostly dark conditions.
When you bump in your nightlife, then the mood hits.
Yep.
Got it. Cool.
And you also got to make sure.
Yeah, what did I miss? Ah, yes, yes. Bow chicka wow wow. That jazz saxophone.
Oh, let's draw this one out. Because I want to make sure I have this, because it's going to have...
Because it wants the hardwired one, it'll have a battery, an accessory, and a ground.
We do have another power that's going in from the ignition.
We're just calling this the iguana battery. So really, this is just your battery.
Yeah. So this is actually the dash cam wiring kit, which if you buy the A129 Plus Duo, you probably should buy. And this allows you to then hardwire your dealio. And then it has a battery protection thing, so you can say, hey, at 12 volts, oh, thank you. Hey, at 12 volts, if it hits 12.4 volts, or if it hits 12.2 volts, or 11.8, stop recording. I'm probably going to set mine to 12.2 because I don't ever want to run out of battery. But if I have a super cap, then I won't have to worry about that. And that would be
And that's the other thing. You don't want
awesome.
to stop recording if the bass drops.
Oh, yeah, that would blow.
I don't understand why I keep having a bunch of dropouts in my video.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because I have voltage drop when the freaking window switches go on, and I don't know why that is. The A129 actually has a capacitor in it, but I would like to have the vehicle powered with a capacitor as well.
More stable.
Yeah, no, I made sure the dash cam I bought had a capacitor because I didn't want to mess with that. But this dash cam wiring kit also needs a ground. This one we're going to take the ground straight back to the battery, to the ground there, and that'll run that. All right.
Simple as mud.
Cool.